Okay, we are live again, and GameStop has lost some steam. Now it's down 6.6%. So let's see what's going on. It's okay. Let's begin with GameStop again. Up 6.67%. The short sellers are fighting back. Let's see. They are really fighting back. Okay, let's quickly have a look at AMC. AMC is okay, lost some steam as well, up 3.8% on some fraction. Okay, leave a chat for us if you are, or if you're in. Let's know what's going on. What's your tell us any stock you want us to cover. Okay, let's quickly have a look at BlackBerry. BlackBerry is down now. Okay, let's return to some other stocks other than the GameStop and their like. Let's ABML. American Battery Metals is not as high. Well, it's still early in the session, up 2.78%, up 2.85%. Let's update it here. ABML. So the next one will be HYSR. Sun Hydrogen is also up 2.54%. Trading below its short-term trend lines, but above the longer term trend lines. So let's have a look at Tuscan Microvast. Okay, is Tuscan is up 4.51% today, trading above all right, okay, below its short-term trend lines at the moment. Yeah, okay, let's look at SUNW. SUNW is up 11.40%. Okay, we'll try and have a look and see what SUNW is as it concerns retracements and stuff like that. Okay, now I'll be oh. Okay, Sunworks has a market cap of $275.7 million, and in relative terms, its short interest, its shares outstanding is quite relatively modest, 16.629 million shares. Okay, it appears to be correcting within a longer term bullish trend, although its MACD is presently below its signal line. Shares remain 465.6% above an upward sloping 200-day moving average. Momentum for Sunworks as measured by 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is waning. This means that investors are less aggressive in the recent purchases and may even be taking profits in positions but at lower prices. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can, in this case, in the case of Sunworks, I think we are going to do what would that be called? We will do an extension analysis of Sunworks since it's looking up at the moment. Let's refresh and see. So that this chart will. Yeah, but does it make any difference? No, because we are using a daily chart, so we're just fine. It doesn't matter whether we refresh or not. So if we consider we are, yeah, okay. So let's look at the case of all right. Let's look at something, the price point, slightly much more distant. Okay, let's look at price point of $15.25 as at the 20th of January. That will be the beginning, the initial point, and then this high point will be 24.37, and then yes, so let's now call this the point in question. It will be 18.46. That's what it's currently trading at, or thereabouts. Okay, we'll just refresh it and see what the figure is. Okay, let's get a figure from this live. Okay, 1798, 1792. Okay, let's use 1792. Okay, so we will use this and try and find out what the retracement or the extension will be. That is going from the 20th of January up till today, the 3rd of February. So we will have that the difference between that high point, 24.37 minus 15.25, and we have a difference of $9.12. So the first retracement of the first extension level will be 61.86%, so that will be 61.8%, so that will be 0.618 equal 9.12 times 0.618. So we have to add that to 17.9 92. Sorry, we got that wrong. Something's wrong there. 9.12 times 0.618 is, okay, so we add 17.92 to give us 23.5516. So the next extension level for Sunworks is about $23.56, and then the 100% extension level will be simply we're going to add 9.12 to 9.12 plus 17.92, that will be 27.04. so the first natural extension level, which is the 61.8% level, yes, the price at that point for Sunworks is $23.56. So the next level is the 100% level, and that price point is 27.04. So if it's where we're going to go, that's what we're looking at. But we're not considering, because it's not really retracing at the moment based on this chart. Okay, so we'll go on and have a look at FCEL. We'll also do the same thing with FCEL. Okay, thank you very much, Aslight, for that $5 super chat. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. Okay, so we will go on and look at FCEL energy. Let's see what's going on live for FCEL Energy. Okay, FCEL Energy is up 2.61%, but it's trading between its long-term trend lines and the short-term trend lines. So let's see what we can digest. So it has a market cap of $6.9 billion, 322.412 million shares. 31% of them are held by institutions, and it appears to be in a strong bullish trend. Its 200-day moving average is upward sloping, and the MACD histogram is above zero. Comparative relative strength analysis shows that this issue is outperforming the S&P 500. Momentum for FCEL is strongly bullish. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is rising as investors pay higher prices for shares. We can see that momentum here in this price rate of change. Volume was measured by the unbalanced volume indicator is rising and therefore bullish. This is because volume is greater on up periods than on down periods, and implies that buyers are presently more active than sellers. Okay, so we can see this this chart of FCEL. You can see for a very long time, when was the last time it broke below the support of the 10-day? The last time it ever broke through that support was on the 4th of January. I believe that will be the first trading session of this year, but since that time it has continued to gain a lot of support from that 10-day trend line, and naturally what we're going to look at concerning this issue will be an extension level. So we will see, let's look at this, let's peak 25th of January. The price at that point was $18.08, $18.08. So, and it went on to reach this high of on the 28th of January. That high is $21.98, $21.98, and it's currently also trading at $21.61. Let's find a fresh figure from here, from the live. Okay, $21.77. Okay, $21.77. So this is going to be, it's going to look really close. So we, just as we did in the previous one. Okay, so we don't see what's going on here. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Aslight. The channel is growing. Yes. Thanks. So we'll return back and see what's going on here. Okay, so we'll find the difference between that high, all-time high of $21.98. So while we're making this video, that price point may even be exceeded, but let's see, 21.98 minus 18.08 is 3.9. Okay, so the extension level, the next extension level will be 61.8% extension level. So we will multiply this difference between our low point and our high point by 0.618. It will give us 21.98 minus 18.08, this 3.9. So 3.9 is the difference between the top price point and the low price point. So we will multiply that by 0.618, so it will be 2.4102. So we add that to the current price, which is 21.77. so by our calculation, the next extension level for fuel cell energy is $24.18. so let's see what's going on right now. It's currently it hasn't exceeded that price point we used, so good enough. So currently it's correcting. This is based on a 1 minute time frame. It's correcting, or rather trading below all of its trend lines. Technically, it's an opportunity for people to jump in and see what they can make out of this. So we'll move on to the next one. That will be OZSC. OZSC is down 3.12%. Okay, so let's have a look and see over here. So before we do that, let's see what's going on. Okay, OZSC Energy Solutions Inc. Okay, we have to indicate that we have a position in OZSC, and it has a market cap of 554.24 million. So we will not be able to do very much technically with OZSC, but it's of great interest to a lot of market participants. So we will. It's currently down 3.52%, trading below all of its trend lines, and also presented a buying opportunity for those who have positions in it. Yeah, you could still add more. And since it's trading at this low figures, why not just put a small amount of money there and see how it goes. The next one will be ASTI. Ascent Solar Tech. Ascent Solar Tech is up 6.37%, and currently trading above all of its trend lines, all of them. So let's see what it's it's also one of those very seriously penny stocks. So yeah, by all means as well, put in something there and see how it goes. Ascent Solar. Yes, trading at 2 cents. Let's have a look and see what the fundamentals are saying. Okay, 22 million. Okay, we have a position on there. We have some position in Ascent Solar as well, so it's important that you know that. 369.3 million dollars. That's the market cap, and it has 18.103 billion shares. Oh well, that's a hefty one. Okay. So we'll move on to the next one. That will be BioSolar, BSRC. BioSolar is down 3.7%. It's also trading below all of its trend lines. It's one of those penny stocks as well. So market cap of $51.2 million, and their shares outstanding of 474.286 million shares. And I believe this will be declining. This is it appears to be correcting, no doubt about that, within a longer term bullish trend. Although its MACD is presently below the signal line, shares remain 360.3% above an upward sloping 200-day moving average. Okay, so let's see whether there's more. Momentum is strongly bearish, no doubt about that. It's sufficiently agrees with this price of change indicator we have here. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is falling as investors sell shares and drive the price lower. The volume as measured by using the unbalanced volume indicator shows that longer term accumulation is giving way to near term selling pressure. So if we have to look at the retracement of biosolar, so we will all we need to do is just use 2 price points. So let's use this point, that will be the highest one, I believe, at 16 cents, that occurred on the 19th of January 2020. So that price was 16 cents, and then it's currently at 0.104. $0.104. So let's try and quickly, there are obviously, you may know that there are quite a number of retracement levels: 23.6, 38.2, 61.8, 50%, 78.6. We'll just see if we can randomly look at any of these retracement levels and find out whether it is there or beyond it. Okay, let's look at 78.6% retracement level, and that will we can determine that by subtracting 16 cents from 10 cents and some fraction, so to give us roughly 6 cents. So we'll multiply this by 0.786. It will give us 0.044. So we will have to subtract 0.044 from 0.104, subtract 0.044. So the next, okay, so fortunately hasn't reached that 78% retracement level. So what do we think? Okay, let's see. We're now guessing. We're guessing. So let's try 38.2% retracement level. So 38.2. So that difference is we didn't write that down. 1.6 minus 0.104. Okay, yes, 0.056. that's the difference. So we'll multiply that by 0.382, which is the next. This is second retracement level. All of these are natural numbers, that Fibonacci propounded, so that's what we're using. So we will add this number to, sorry, we'll subtract it from 0.1 0.104 0.0, sorry, we didn't write that down, if you don't mind. 56 times 0.382, 0.382. Okay, that is what we're going to subtract this time around. 0.0213. Okay, so 0.104 minus 0.0213. So the next retracement level, the second one, will be 0.8 to be 8 cents. The second retracement level will be 8 cents. So, but the next one, let's refresh. Let's find out what's going on. Let's get an update. So BioSolar is currently at 104. So we're still correct with that figure. So we will use that figure. So we're going to find out the next retracement level, which is the 23.6% retracement level. So all we need to do, we already have those figures. We just we'll do 0.236. We're doing 0.236 because it's a percentage. So when you divide it by 100, you get to 0.236. So when we multiply that by the difference between the high points we chose, that is this very high point of 16 cents and this low point of 1.04. So we will now multiply this by 0.056. It gives us 0.013. 0.0132. So the low point, or the current price it is at now, which is also the low point, is 0.104. We'll subtract that fraction, the fraction of the retracement. That's what we obtained. That fraction is 0.0132. So the next retracement point, next retracement level is, which is the 23.6 retracement level, is 0.0, call it 9 cents. So that is if BioSolar continues to decline. The next level to watch will be that level. Okay, so we'll quickly move on to the next one. Let's have a look here. Next one will be VTNR. Yes, it's down, it's up 5.82%, and also trading in between the long-term and the short-term trend lines. Vertex Energy Inc. So we'll try and see if what's going on, what we're going to look at in the case of Vertex, whether there's a retracement or an extension. VTNR. Okay, so I think we're going to look at an extension. So it has a market cap of $86.1 million. 45.55 million shares are outstanding. Says here, okay, energy stocks are trading higher pre-markets today. Okay, so VTNR appears to be in a strong bullish trend. Its 200-day moving average is upward sloping, and the MACD histogram is above zero. Comparative relative strength analysis shows that the issues are performing the S&P 500. So I don't know if it's of much interest to anybody. Okay, so we will. I believe they are involved in somehow in producing hydrogen, but may not be, obviously, since they are in the oil and gas space, it may not be considered green enough. So let's look at plug power. So plug power is okay, slightly down in the current this session. Now it's at $64 and some fraction. So let's see what's going on here for it. Okay, yes, it has traded 77.5 million shares already. Has a market cap of $31.9 billion. 497.268 million shares outstanding. 4% are held by institutions. So we have some. It has a price target. It says here, Bernstein starts plug power at outperform with $75 price target. Okay. And that must be okay. Even with that, it's not looking up as such. And okay, let's see what it has technically to say. Plug power appears to be correcting within a longer term bullish trend, although its MACD is presently below the signal line. Shares remain 247.3% above an upward sloping 200-day moving average. Comparative relative strength analysis shows that it is outperforming the S&P 500. Let's see. Okay, is it correcting? It has this very high of 73.18. So 10% of that will be around 66 or thereabouts. So yes, it's easily still within the correction mode. Yes, still correcting. Yes, momentum for plug power as measured by the 14 period slope stochastic oscillator is waning. Okay, you can see this price setup change of which momentum is can be derived from. It has tipped over. As a matter of fact, it's at minus 7.6. So this means that investors are less aggressive in their recent purchases and may even be taking profits in positions but at lower prices. Volume as measured using the unbalanced volume indicator is rising and therefore bullish. Okay. This is because volume is greater on up periods than on down periods, and implies that buyers are presently more active than sellers. Okay, so what can we make of plug power? Do we do a retracement analysis or an extension? We can try and see if we can do both. See if we can do both of them. So so we just pick 2 points here. Okay, we'll begin with a retracement. So would that be the best thing to do? Okay. So, okay, let's do a retracement. So, from that $73.18 was achieved on the 26th of January. $73.18, and the current price of 60. Somebody just sent a comment, so let's see what. So let's have a look. Plug power, okay, it's currently at 64.60. So we were trying to do a retracement analysis, even though it doesn't look like it's the most appropriate at the moment. So the difference will be 73.18 minus 64.60. It's 8.58. So the difference between that high point we chose and the current price is $8.58. So we're looking at the retracement. So the next retracement level, which is the 23.6, will be the 23.6 of this retracement, of this difference. So that will be 0.236 is equal to 2.02. Okay, so we add that to or rather we subtract that from 64, which is the current price, 64.60. So that will be $62.58. So that's the next retracement point, $62.58. So let's find out, but it doesn't look to be okay. It's okay. Let's since we have done that, we can try and see if we can look at the possible extension level. Let's see if we can. It's any point of refreshing this, since it's a daily chart. Yes, Casey, thank you for joining us. Okay, let's it's currently at 64.50. Okay, so let's pick a, okay, we have to begin. Okay, let's see, let's look at this. Let's come down here and find a free. So this is not far off. It is the 15th of January. So let's pick that 15th of January. That price is 50. It says it's 60.14. So when we pick that as the low point, the high point will be 73.18, and then the current point now will be, the third point will be the current price, which is 64.60. So we'll find a difference between this. We're trying to find extension level here now. So it will be 73.18 minus 60.14. That will give us 13.04. So this is the difference between our low point and our high point. So we're trying to find the extension level. So the extension level will now be the next extension level is the 61.8%. So we will multiply 13.04 by 0.618 to give us 8.05. So 8.05. That's $8. I call it 8.06. So we'll add this 8.06 to the price we have chosen, which is the current price. Let's see if it's still the current price at the moment. The current price is 64.59. Okay, let's plus 64.59. 64 point 59. So the next extension level will be for plot power is $72.64. So which that looks a bit far off. Okay, so but all of these figures are determined by how wide we choose our price points. So, but what's the importance of all of these things is that of all these retracement levels, Elliott waves, and all that stuff is that even though they don't determine anything, they don't, even though they point to natural numbers, especially the Fibonacci, retracements and their numbers. They are natural numbers, but they don't, like I said, they predict anything. But the key thing there is that all the market participants, other analysts, are also doing the same thing. So that's why it's important to do that. So it's anyone's guess. So let's see what we're going to have a look at next. It will be GIVO. GIVO Inc. GIVO Inc. is up 7.53%. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. So if you have, if you're with us, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, and share. So yes, GIVO is also still up 7.44% and trading above all of its trend lines. Okay, let's come back here and see what the fundamentals are saying. 12.2 million shares have traded so far. 197.754 million shares outstanding. $2.2 billion market cap. 11% held by institutions. It appears to be in a bullish trend. Its 200-day moving average is upward sloping, and the MACD histogram is above zero. The comparative relative strength analysis shows that it is outperforming the S&P 500. Momentum for GIVO is strongly bullish. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is rising as investors pay higher prices for shares. Today's volume is in line with norm for this point of in the day, with 12.22 million shares having traded so far. With the unbalanced volume indicator is bullish, the slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. So naturally, what we're going to look at in this case, in the case of GIVO, it will be an extension level. So if we pick this point here, this is as at the 20th of January, it's $8.67. That will be, that low point is $8.67, and then let's look at this high point of $13.18. So I think let's try and bring it a lot closer, but nothing close enough. Okay, this is close enough, I think, but there are a lot of gaps. The stock gapped a lot, so that's why we have less options. We're trying our best not to establish very high retracement or very high extension levels. So the closer we have the data, probably the better. But this is obviously a very short-term analysis for looking at the short-term picture, because we are using data that is very much short-term. So let's use $10.54, and then we will use the current price of $11.81. That's where it is now, because the reason why we're doing that is it has advanced, and now I'm retracing up. It has advanced. Okay. This is, we're trying to imagine, assuming we were here at that point. We are trying to, this is the point we were looking at initially, and it advanced to that $13.18, and has since pulled back, and then currently at $11.81. So that's the logic behind what we're trying to look at. So we'll now find a difference between the high point we chose, which we have 13.18 minus 10.54, which will give us 2.64. So the next extension level is 61.8%, so 0.618 times the difference between the high and the low, 2.64. Okay, so it will give us $1.63. So we add this $1.63 to our current price. Let's find the current price right now. The current price is 11.80, so it will be plus 11.80. So the next, based on the data we used, so the next extension level for GVO is $13.43. $13.43. So based on our own analysis, this is the next level to look at in terms of our advancement. So that will be beyond the way it already reached. So because it's reached its all-time high, I believe, is $13.18. So if it's reached the next extension level, which is $13.43, for some market participants, that might be a point where they have to probably take some money off the table and all that stuff, So, but as it is now, I believe some may not really consider taking money off the table, as they may have even gotten in at this point at $10.15. So, well, depending on the figures they use, it might still be the current price point of $11.81 might still be the point at which they are taking money off the table. So okay, so let's move on to the next one is Go EV. So we're not going to do retracement and extension levels on all of these. Go EV. That's Canoe Inc. Go EV is up 16.59%. Currently trading above all of its trend lines. Okay, so we'll quickly have a look at the next one, HTO. Fusion Fuel PLC. Fusion Fuel Green PLC is down 1.48%. And based on this 1 minute time chart, it is trading between its long-term trend line and the short-term trend lines. But what has happened is that they, for some reason, it seems this 1.48% decline, it's scrambled the chart because the short-term trend lines are below the long-term trend lines. So the long-term trend lines have not reconciled with what's going on now. So yeah, normally they would normally be beneath. So these are the ones, these bluish ones, are the price itself and the short-term trend lines. Obviously the short-term trend lines reflect they follow the price better than the long-term ones. The long-term ones will they will reflect the changes later on. But if the more volatile they are, the less likely they are going to reflect. So if it's pulling back, if it's moving sideways, then those other long-term trend lines will catch up, because it's a matter of time. They will gradually come and meet, gradually come and converge. But if within a short space of time they move up again, that would not reflect, because they have the price has overtaken them time wise. The time did not allow them to converge very well, or rather time would not allow them to converge very well. So the next one will be CCIV, that will be Lucent, Churchill Capital. Churchill Capital is up 1.52%. It's trading above all of its trend lines, but yeah, we also have that case again here. The shorter term trend lines are beneath the longer term trend lines. So I think it's as a result of this dip. This, you can see this very big dip that happened, and at that point it was at $31.35. So that is the reason, because of that dip. It was a sharp dip, and it didn't last long, quite brief. So the shorter term trend lines dipped as well, and but obviously, since the long term trend lines don't they're not that nimble, they are still almost on the same plane they were before the dip occurred. Okay, so the next one will be QuantumScape. QuantumScape is up 9.32%. I believe yesterday at this when we covered this, it wasn't up. So it's yeah, slightly below one of its short-term trend lines. I can't remember whether it's that is the 10-day or not. Yeah. So the next one will be Sorrento. Sorrento, I believe it has come of interest to short sellers, I believe. That's the snippets I'm getting. So, but it's, even though it's down 1.51%, it is trading above all of its short-term trend lines, all of its trend lines. Okay, yes. So the next one will be okay. Let's have a look at so into here. Okay, it has a market cap of $3.7 billion, 262.93 million shares are outstanding, 26% are held by institutions. Let's see if we can find a short interest. Anything that looks close to that. Sorrento, okay, there's no figure there. It's saying the current short interest is 70, the volume is 70.47 million shares. So let's see if we can compare that to the market cap. So to the shares are still outstanding. Okay, set 4 out of 74 out of 262.93 is 28%. 28% of the shares outstanding are sold short based on short squeeze. Okay. So let's have a look at RESS. Okay, RESS is down 14.58%. Renewable energy solutions. Okay, the next one will be SVLT, SunVolt. SVLT is up 6.26%. So the next one will be Romeo Power. Romeo Power is up 2.25%, trading above all of its trend lines apart from the volume weighted average price. So that will be, the next one will be NGA, Northern Genesis, Lion Electric. It's down 2.68%. Trading above all of its trend lines, but not above its 200-day trend line based on this 1 minute time chart we're using, 1 minute chart we're using. And the reason obviously has to be because it had this dip. It had this dip that occurred sometime, but it wasn't long. It was a brief one, but yeah, with time, all of those might balance out. Okay, so next one will be OPTT, Ocean Power Techs. Ocean Power is up 4.6%. Currently converged with its 10-day and 20-day trend lines. Let's have a look over here and see. So the next one will be LIACF, the American Lithium. American Lithium is up 5.46%, but currently trading below all of its trend lines. Okay, let's return and see what's going on with GameStop. It's climbing back again at 10.5%, so it's been a tussle. Let's see what people are saying here. And but mind you, I don't know if you've seen this piece written on Politico. It says GameStop frenzy prompts Yellen to call meeting with the SEC. Okay, let's see.